But first tonight, Congress just voted for $6.5 billion in military aid for Taiwan and precisely zero extra dollars to feed our troops and their families. As we told you last night, the Army is telling soldiers who can't feed their families to go on food stamps. They know inflation exists. That's their helpful idea. Think about what Congress is talking about for Taiwan, $6.5 billion. It would mean roughly $5,900 for every active duty soldier, sailor, airman, and Marine. Take a staff sergeant, E6. He's 8 years in, making $46,000 a year. It's not unreasonable to think he could have 4 kids. Based at Fort Benning, Georgia, it costs him $14,000 a year to feed his family. That means he has roughly $32,000 left over for all of his other expenses before taxes. We have a recruiting problem in the military right now. You wonder why? Who in their right mind would risk their life for a job where the leadership of that job tells you to go on food stamps? It is, of course, a testament to our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines that they sign up, that they do it anyway. That's patriotism. The suggestion for food stamps came from Army Master Sergeant Michael Grinston. He wrote a letter to the enlisted ranks acknowledging that soldiers are struggling to feed their families because of record high inflation. Here's what he said. SNAP is a U.S. government program that provides benefits to eligible low-income individuals and families via an electronic benefits transfer card that can be used like a debit card to purchase eligible food in authorized retail stores. Service members and their families may be eligible. To determine qualification, visit the SNAP website or call the 800 number. Of course, it is not the Sergeant Major's fault. He's just following orders. In fact, he is trying to help his soldiers who are suffering, clearly. But think about that. We pay soldiers so little, they qualify as low-income individuals. We almost couldn't believe this story when you told you about it last night. This new aid to Taiwan makes it all the more prescient. Inflation right now is so high that men and women fighting in war zones overseas, who are training our allies overseas, wonder if their families back here at home can eat. It's not that soldiers are on food stamps and the Army is fixing it. But the Army says, thanks for signing up. Thanks for offering to trade your life for your country. Now go sign up for food stamps. Congressman Mark Green used to be a young Army officer with a family. His son wears the uniform now. Congressman, it comes down to money, right? And I think about this, $6.5 billion for Taiwan, another $15 or so billion for Ukraine. Is America safer giving that money to Taiwan and to Ukraine, or giving it to soldiers and thus being able to recruit more, better soldiers who can feed their families?
Well, Leland, it's far more complex than that, but clearly we got to do more for the men and women who are wearing the uniform. And I will say that in the House version of this year's National Defense Authorization Act, we have a plus up for the lower enlisted ranks. We call it an inflation, basically an inflation bonus payment, but that, the Democrat-controlled Senate has not taken up the National Defense Authorization Act and voted on it. So we're kind of waiting on them to get this relief to the soldiers. But the bigger problem is the fact that inflation is out there in the first place. In January of 21, inflation was 1.4% within months. In May, it was 5%, and it continues now to be over 8%. It's horrible, and it's all the economic policies of this president, which are weakening the country, not only with the military, but also with our economic power, which gives power to China, or win to China.
Yeah, I understand the partisan nature of it, and the plus up from the House is an interesting point. We hadn't been able to report on that yet, but I'm interested in a way. Sort of low pay for our military has been a bipartisan problem. You go back to the Trump administration; they were getting 2 or 3% raises. The Obama administration, the same thing. We didn't get here of privates who are signing up making $21,000, $22,000 a year overnight. So I'm wondering why is it that a country that appears to be so proud of its military, and rightfully so, paying them never really seems to be a huge priority?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I think if you look at the benefits package of soldiers who come in the military, they get free health care, they get 30 days of leave every year. The paycheck is only a small piece of it, and you have to add in the fact that on top of that, they get allowances for food, they get allowances for their quarters. You have to look at the whole package if you're looking at the money. Now, granted, inflation's kicking them in the teeth. It's kicking every American in the teeth. The average Tennessean's losing $5,000 every month. Every American is getting crushed, not just the soldiers, but every American's getting crushed by Joe Biden's economy.
No question the economy has changed things. I guess the idea that the Army is telling soldiers to go on food stamps seems particularly appalling in a way. It's different. It's different. Is there not anything that can be done? You say it's not that simple as trading billions here for billions there. We get that, but it's not as though there are bills now going through Congress separately to all of a sudden give this plus up as sort of a call to arms in this time of national emergency.
Yeah, whenever you do something for soldier or sailor pay, airman pay, Marine pay, Guardian pay, you have to do it through the National Defense Authorization Act. That's how we structure this. We passed that bill in the House with that plus up for those soldiers to take into consideration, what's happening in the economy. We need the Senate to get moving. We need Chuck Schumer to actually let the bill. I mean, we got months left in this year. We've got to pass the National Defense Authorization Act, and Schumer's got to get off his backside and get it done.
So why is there a willingness to pass aid for Ukraine, aid for Taiwan, and not pass this larger defense spending bill?
That's a great question. I can't tell you what's in the mind of Chuck Schumer and Steny Hoyer and Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden. They are certainly very willing to throw money at those threats. I will say the threat to Taiwan is legitimate, and Xi Jinping, if he does seize Taiwan makes 94% of the world's high-end semiconductors. The economy, the inflation issue will skyrocket. It'll look like a child's play.
No, fair enough.
Right? Yeah. So addressing that issue is something we have to do, right? But we ought to be able to get the National Defense Authorization Act passed. It's September.
Yeah. Well, Congress not doing much is not exactly news, sir. I hate to break it to you, but just saying.
Enough. I bang my head against the wall all the time in this place.
Yeah, well, we all do watching it. Hey, Congressman, it's good to see you, sir. We appreciate it.
Good to see you, Leland.
As always, and we're proud of young Green in the Army as well. And I know as a father and his mom are thinking about him. Thank you.
Very proud of him. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.